Hi everybody, welcome. It's Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, time for Stamping with Denise. Welcome, I'm so glad you're here. Okay, I'm going to pull this up on my computer, give everyone a second to find us, and we'll get started. So let me see here. Okay. My gosh, my wall behind me there looks bare. You see it right there? It's usually where I have all my card samples hung. I have been working on getting ready for all the goodies that are coming in the new catalog. So, and that reminds me, if you don't have if you're in the United States and you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd be happy to help you out with a catalog. Just get in touch with me, and if you're local, we can do a porch pickup. And if you're further away, we can work something out for postage, okay? So I look forward to hearing from you. Okay, so if you remember last week, we did a one sheet wonder with a 12 by 12 piece of designer series paper. Remember, I made 9 cards out of 12 by 12 paper, and this was all we had left, a piece that's about, what is that, 1 inch by maybe 2.5 inches. That's all that was left. You recall, I used that really pretty green paper from that's retiring from the catalog. So, and if you've been around, or maybe you don't remember, if you share my video and you comment share down below, you get a chance to win the project I'm working on for that class. Well, I decided I'm going to send all of these cards to one person, and that lucky person that's going to get these cards is Ann Johnson. So Ann, I'll be sending all of these out to you. I think you're going to be set for cards for a while. But look at that, 9 cards with great, different layouts and designs, and all that was left was that one little bitty piece of paper. That's all. So I'll get those out to you soon. Okay, well, since I saw you last, I've been playing with some products from the new catalog. And like I said, also getting ready for the new catalog and pulling things off that are retiring. And so the card or the stamps I'm going to work with tonight is one that I was really excited to see in the catalog, and then I bought it and didn't do much with it. So I decided I needed to get out and play with it a little bit. So I am going to put the phone up in the holder, and I will get started. Okay, hold on, I'm going to move it. Oh yes, and I want to try to share this here on my page. I'm trying to remember how to do this. Oh shoot, okay, maybe I have to go down here to share. There we go. Okay, I have just realized I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, so hopefully nobody will call me during this. If it does, I apologize. Okay, so you may remember these dies from the holiday catalog. They coordinated with one of the Halloween stamp sets, and I liked them. You recall I used them quite a bit during the holidays. Well, then this stamp set was in mini January to June catalog, and I thought, oh good, I love that. And I hardly ever used it, so I started playing with it and threw some cards together. Maybe not fancy, but how you can use this stamp set with these dies or simply with another punch. And I love this sentiment. Together we can get through anything. To me, that kind of is reminiscent of what we're all going through right now. You make me happy is just a good sentiment for anyone. And I don't tend to buy masculine sets, but you know what? With designer series paper, you can make about anything masculine. So I did make these 2 cards. I used some of our DSP stacks, which I think these may be sold out, but I know that the Country Club Designer Series paper is still available. I looked it up. These are the metallic pearls. They're carrying over. And these are the same metallic pearls. I just colored them with one of our blends. So remember, you can do that. So I was just trying to make some more masculine cards using the sentiments in the stamp set. Nothing fancy. This one's got ribbon. I don't remember. I was looking before, and I don't remember seeing that ribbon. I was trying to see what is sold out and what is still here. So that's a example of a couple cards I made. This one here, I used the Poppy Parade paper. These are the Noble Peacock Rhinestones. I just checked. I know that they're there. I used some silver glimmer paper. The silver's gone, but the gold and the white and the rose is still available. So actually, the rose would have looked pretty there, but the pack I have, I never even opened up. I bought it and never used it, so I didn't want to open it up just for one small project. So sending hugs, that could be for a lot of different occasions, and so I use this die. I use this one to cut out the silver glimmer paper, and this one for the sentiment, and then I just layered them on top of each other. And if you're not, this glimmer paper is awesome because the glitter does not come off, okay? So if you don't like glitter, paper type stuff because of the glitter, this does not come off. It's great. So I'll be saving what I have to use on projects. I made this one here. Oh, I forget the name of this designer series. Is it Basadrast? Anyway, it's the one that goes with the suite that has the lipstick and the purses and the shoes. I know it's still available. I've used Lovely lipstick for the frame and for the cardstock and for the ink, and I know that those are all still available. These are the in color dots. I think they were, oh shoot, now I forget the name of them, but they're still available, and they have the dots come in the in colors that are retiring. The Blueberry Bushel, the Pineapple, the Grapefruit Grove, Lovely Lipstick, and Call Me Clover. So, and the White Baker's Twine is going away, and it is still available. So I was trying to use some things that were retiring and give you some ideas. If you do go on my website, right here, denisewild.stampinup.net, and place an order, please use that host code. If your order is $50 before shipping and tax, you'll get a free embellishment from me and a thank you card. So I'm going to put these away, and I'm going to show you what the card we're going to make today. Again, I was working with some retiring. I used our 2 colors are Petal, or no, it's not Petal Pink, it's Flirty Flamingo and Pear Pizzazz ink. I've used some of the Vellum. It's I forget which suite it goes with, but there's green, there's the old olive, there's pink Vellum in there that looks like this, and there's a yellow Vellum, and that's still available. I saw that on the, I think, now that I say that. This ribbon is still available. This is the metallic edge ribbon. It's gold with petal pink, which I think is really pretty. And again, I've put some of the Noble Peacock Rhinestones. I'll show you those rhinestone colors here. Got a couple partial packages here. They've got the Peacock, the Old Olive. I think that's Melon Mambo. Yep. Gorgeous Grape and Blueberry Bushel. So those are some great colors. Though that is retiring and those are still available too, so I did look on that. So let me put those over to the side, and we are going to get started on this. It's not tough, just, you know, I had to play around with it a little bit. Let me open up my ink pads. Like I said, I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo and Pear Pizzazz. Okay, let's see here. Hopefully, I kind of froze there, so I'm hoping y'all could see me because I was, there we go. There we go, I think we're good to go now. So for our, this is a white on white. I'm going to use our thick Whisper White for our card base. It's just a half of a sheet of paper, so it is 8.5 by 5.5 folded in half, and that's going to be our card base. And then I'm going to use our regular Whisper White for our front panel. Did you know we have two different thicknesses of white cardstock? Yes, we have the thick cardstock, which is perfect for a card base, but then we have the white for the layers, because then it doesn't make it quite as thick and quite as heavy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this little one that I cut out, this little frame I cut out as a just kind of to help me place where I want to do my stamping. I'm going to put my right around here, and first thing I'm going to do is these leaves. My goal is to not get ink, or not put my stamps in the wrong color ink. Inevitably I do this, so we're gonna do our best here. Oh, I got one more stamp here. I'm gonna get them all ready. Okay, so I'm gonna start out with the Pear Pizzazz. Let me turn these around so I can see the names of them. And I'm just using this so I can kind of place where I want. I don't need that piece of paper under there. Sorry guys, there we go. Let me ink that up real good. And this will just kind of help me know where I want to place these. Okay, and yes, I've got stamps on both sides of my blocks. I do that when I'm, you know, doing a project that's got a lot of, you know, small stamps to it, but I always make sure that the stamps on both sides of the block go in the same color ink, okay? So I always do that. So we'll do this right about here. There we go. Okay, very good. Now I'm going to put these ferns in, and I'm just going to kind of use those. They're going to kind of sneak out from behind the you know, the little frame there. I am going to try stamping off and make them just a little bit lighter. So I'm going to put one maybe like about right like this. Remember, this whole center part's going to be covered up, so it doesn't make any difference what it looks like underneath, really. Put this one kind of like that. And get this one like, oops. That's called stamping off. When you take some of the ink off of the stamp, it gives it a, you know, a different shade. And I like how that one kind of got shaded a little bit. It looks interesting like that. Okay, I think that's pretty good. We'll fill in. Then I'm going to take, I've got some, you'll see I've got little green spots. Again, I'm going to try to remember to stamp off. This is just to kind of fill in. Let's see where else. This is one of those cards that never turns out the same twice, you know, because every time you do it just a little bit different. Let's see. I'm gonna do a couple more, I think, here. Do something like right here, maybe. You know what, I'm gonna wait. I'll probably go back and put some more in. And then pick up the pink here, these little flowers. Put some of those in here. You know, it doesn't have to be too exact. That's the great part of, I've said it before. If you're stamping with florals, is they're not gonna be, you know, never gonna be exactly the same. Okay, I'm gonna just put this stamp. I think I'm gonna do this stamp next. This bigger flower. I'm gonna put this like right over here. Sometimes for me it's easier to just move the paper around. So let's see. Let's do a couple more here. Maybe we'll do one up here. Let's put it over here. And I've tried to make them symmetrical so I don't have to like think so much about it. Okay, now this little stamp has two flowers on it, so I'm only going to stamp one of the flowers at a time, and just so that I'm sure I don't get ink on where I don't want it, I'm going to use this piece of paper here to kind of help me. Oops, I got to do it this way. Otherwise my flower would have been upside down. There we go. That just kind of helps me prevent from getting ink on my paper where I don't want it. Let's see. We'll do the other one now. Okay. Let me see here. Where's my... I already have my little thing all made up. Let's see. Yep, I didn't do a very good job placing those. I need to fill that in a little bit more. I think I might put some more fern in there. Like I said, it's going to be, the underside's going to be covered up a little bit, but I've got a couple of bare spots here, so. Like I said, never turns out the same twice unless you're doing something like a Stamparatus or something. Then you might. Put in some green dots in here. So far so good there. And put a few more of these little pink flowers in there. And I just like how they give it a little pop of color in the middle of the green there. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little lopsided, but that's okay. Let me see, and that's gonna go right on there. You know, I probably didn't need to worry about filling that in because I'm gonna put the ribbon on there, but that's okay. I think that looks okay. Yep, I'm gonna leave it. Sometimes less is more. The more you mess with it, you know, you end up messing it up. So I'm gonna put close up my ink pads. And remember, if you like what you see and you share my video and comment shared, I may just be sending this card out to you. I might choose your, let me see here, I am not good at tying bows, and so I usually just use glue dots to adhere the ribbon to the back, and then make a bow and attach it separately. Anyway, I'm glad I finally got some ink on these stamps. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, I don't think I'm going to be having a live next week. It's Memorial Day weekend, and or next Monday is Memorial Day, so I don't think I'll be having a live next week. Okay, so I used one of the frames and cut it out of that green vellum. I stamped the sentiment with the Flirty Flamingo, adhered it on there, and just put it right on top of that. There we go. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and attach, is that a little crooked? There we go. Okay. I'm going to attach it to my card base with dimensionals. I'm going to put one in each corner and then a couple in the middle to just help support it so it doesn't, you know, so it stays nice and flat. So we have had it's been raining all day here. I was concerned that sometimes when we get heavy rain, we have trouble with internet connection, but so far so good. So keeping my fingers crossed. Okay, I'll put this on here. Again, we've just got a tone on tone, which I really like. Okay, just a couple more things and we will be almost done. I am going to make a bow. The simple bow, just do the 2 bunny ears and then tie the loops together. I am not good at bows, so I'm all about making it simple. Okay, I'm going to again get another glue dot. Just pick that up off of there. That right there. And a few rhinestones, and we will be done. Again, I'm using the Noble Peacock rhinestones. And there's a few of these Melon Mambo ones that I have left here. I'm going to get this, put these on here. Just kind of sprinkle them on. There we go. I like my little, hold on, I'm going to get my little blade. To me it's easier to use a flat blade than the round point, but so, and we'll put another one like right over here probably. And there we go. So that was using the Perfectly Framed stamp set and the Ornate Frames dies. Now the dies are staying. They're going to be in the new catalog, but this stamp set's going. Stampin' have told us stamp sets would be guaranteed availability, I believe, till the 22nd. So if there's a stamp set you're looking for, or any kind of cardstock or paper that is retiring, make sure you get it sooner rather than later, because once it's gone, it's gone. So I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you then back in 2 weeks. You all have a great Memorial Day, and we'll see you then. Take care, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.